time to comment. So I just wanted to go back on to, we were talking about the order form, the monthly order form, and how that's evolved over the years. I mean, we've been doing this since 1987, so it just used to be a couple of sheets of A4 paper that we had to fill in. I understand all the issues that you're going through and changing it and moving away from the Diamond US system, but it felt like in the last few months it's evolved and then devolved in certain ways that have not necessarily been helpful in terms of time management from my side. I think probably July or August order form, somebody decided very wisely, I thought, that this huge Excel sheet together with all the individual publishers' sheets was great, but doesn't tell us that. I understand what Marvel titles are, DC and the main publishers are, but the turnaround of new publishers that come into the industry and then go bring their own titles in, it's very difficult to go through the order from and go, I see a line and it says, I can't think of a title name, but such and such. So who publishes that? And I've got 20 PDFs from all different companies. I have to go through each one of those to find that one. Whereas that 1 month, whoever produced that sheet, had one column and it identified each publisher. That's constant.
And then that should be part of the course going forward. Because the problem is that you know the way that we're now set up, obviously you know our system for accounts and for you know other purposes has to sort of show who we're buying from. You know that's the thing. You know what I mean? So when it goes into our system, you know it'll go into our system as PRH. You know, and our system recognises PRH because that's who we're paying for that product. You know, whereas previously we were paying Diamond, well that didn't make any difference. So everyone was just listed as a publisher. But that's one thing that we spotted, and we should be able to easily make sure that the actual publisher, you know, is on there going forward. Yeah. Well, I mean that was it. Yeah, I mean, like they said, I mean, you know, he was very brave offering all that stuff. I'm like, that's great, Lee, well done. But it's true, you know, it is, you know, and look, you know, it's something that we hadn't really noticed or taken too much, you know, sort of notice of, if we were being honest. And it wasn't until it was pointed out. It's like, yeah, of course, that makes sense, you know, because the truth is that, you know, the two catalogues used to just be the big previous catalogue, which was Diamond based, and our DC one, you know, and that was fairly straightforward, you know what I mean? But that's kind of done this, you know what I mean, over the last few months, you know, and the truth is that, you know, remember that through all this, you know, from January we were Old Diamond, as we like to call it, you know what I mean, and we stayed Old Diamond for a few months. From May, you know, Old Diamond had gone, and it was New Diamond, which was unpopular, but we were still Diamond UK. You know, so we were then attached to Old Diamond and not unpopular. You know what I mean? And that's been the kind of balancing act over the time. You know, and the different bits of information and news that have been out over them, you know, whether they've helped or disadvantaged us is up to everyone else to decide. You know, but it's been tricky. You know what I mean? It's only kind of now that we are completely separate. We're not attached to any of them. You know, it's just us, and we can. I don't mean we can do our own thing, but we can. We can do our own thing, and hopefully, you know, it's put little things right that can show those publishers. You know, as far as some of the publishers go, you know, we've been talking with Mad Cave. Mad Cave have been back in, you know, the last previews. We're hopefully going to give that a try. We're talking to Zenoscope. We're talking to, you know, quite a few others that, again, from our conversations with them, more than happy to work with us. You know, the problem's going to be that as we get to sort of, you know, publishers with fewer titles, it's going to be trickier to make the exact same week release date. You know, we're not going to lie about that. That's going to be a little bit problematic because, you know, if somebody's sending us in 3 pallets or someone's sending us in 6 boxes, it's going to be difficult. We can't hold the shipment up to wait for a certain amount of boxes. So as we move forward with that will be something that we'll be honest about and say, you know what I mean? But for the majority of the, you know, the stuff we want to do, and like I say, we want that to be able to represent all those publishers, because some of them, even some of the slightly smaller ones, are still willing to work with us directly. So yeah, hopefully that won't be the case next time the order form comes out.